Hey guys, my name's Tom. I've been in student ministries with you guys in the past, but it's been a year. So anyway, today, Caleb asked me to kind of show you what I do for sometimes money, but most of the time it's just a hobby. I build tables, and when you build tables, we typically buy rough lumber and we straighten it and get it ready for finish ourselves. So I'm going to show you how I take a coarse piece of wood. If you can see down there, it's kind of crooked, and it's got gnarls in it. And so what we want to do is we want to make it straight, flat, and ready to be glued together. So let me show you how we do that. This is called a joiner. And the joiner helps us make flat surfaces. So if you see right here, this is all, see how there's a void under there? We don't want any of that to be able to glue that together with another piece. So this tool takes that out. Did not sound the same all the way through. That's because it's a little off here, a little off there. I'll do it again. Now this table is really flat, so if you look at it, we don't have any air again. So that's the first step. Looks real good now. Now, this is really irregular on both sides, so I have to flatten that first before we can do anything else. That little void there, keep getting that out. Get close to one more. Here, straight on one side. So now we're going to take this board and we're going to put it into the planer. So they have a flat side and a straight side. So now I want to get the two sides to be parallel. Okay, on this piece now we're going to take the planer and make the two sides parallel. So we want to get rid of this little dip here and this irregularity here. If you look at it, see this is where that dip is, it's off color. We'll see that disappear now. Take the planer, I got it set. Did not hear anything? The reason I didn't hear anything is this is a low spot in the middle. See how it's getting nice here? That's what we're shooting for. Looking pretty good. We've still got this big void here. Now if you look at the board, most of them look pretty good. I got a little discoloration here. I will do another one. I got a straight side here. Remember I ran this side through the joiner to make it straight. And I ran it through the planer to make the two sides parallel. Now remember I only did one side here to make it straight. The opposite side is still really messed up and crooked. So what I'm going to do now is take it to the table saw to make it right. So this is the table saw. And this is my dust collector for the saw blade. And I got a dust collector running that takes everything from underneath. Let's show you how we straighten this board now. We're going to run it through the table saw. Here we go. So we're pretty close. That looks pretty good. But this side now has little saw marks in it from the blade. So these saw marks, we want to get those out on the joiner again. See how smooth this side is? You don't see that. So we want them to be the same. One last stroke now. We're just going to clean this up on the joiner. Set edges. That's ready for light sanding, and it's ready to glue together. Now what happens with these nice pieces of wood like this is we assemble them, we glue them together, and from that comes a really nice table. This is just one piece. I'd probably need about 5 of them to make the right size table. That's it. Thanks. So after a little shop time here, Caleb asked me to share a few points about the marriage I have with my wife Peggy. You know, one thing I learned a long time ago, thanks to pastors, is we're 2 different people. And as 2 different people that want to come together in marriage, we both have to understand that we're very different. Now, you might have similar interests with your wife someday. That's great. But you probably came from 2 different places. You probably see life a little differently. And as a result of being different like that, you can have hard times, and with grace, you can have great times. So because there's no 2 people alike, with love, you can learn to accept each other. Now let's talk about love for a second. Love will always grow deeper if you think of who Jesus was. Jesus was giving. Jesus loved people no matter what. Jesus had grace. He gave us grace. Jesus went to help the needy, and Jesus was always present to be in your life. Well, your love will grow deeper if you understand that first. So what makes it deeper? You know, we say love deeper between a man and a woman. Well, Paul was really specific in the New Testament that he said, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself for her. That's a tough call for a guy. You have to be somebody who will always be gracious to your kids someday, of course to your wife. And if you're like that to your wife, guys, she's going to really love you a lot. I'm not saying that unconditional love's not there, but enjoy you is what I mean. Kind of in closing here, we have to remember that Jesus grants us grace, and we want to grant that grace to our wife and our families. You guys can do that with each other now. You can practice. But there's 2 examples of understanding, say, me and Peggy. I like a shop. I like to make dust. I like to use my table saw. I like to build things that are beautiful. Peggy's allergic to dust. Don't ask me how we came together that way, but she's allergic to dust. And so she comes in here, says, yeah, that's really nice, and goes right back out the door. So sometimes that's hard for me, but Peggy loves our home. She likes it being clean. She likes everything being nice for our grandkids. And I walk in the door with dirt and dust on me. She stops me and says, hey, take your clothes off there. I kind of like that to a point, but the point is she doesn't want the dust in the house. Well, that's grace on her part to let me enjoy woodworking, grace on my part to follow the rules she has in the house, because she really has a nice home for all of us to enjoy. Guys, it's all about grace.